You saw the Football Factory. You saw Foot Soldier and the Firm. But nobody saw this coming.
Hello, welcome to Premier Scene. I'm Claire Bueno. As this guy will literally have you in stitches at the world premiere of the Hooligan Factory.
How's that, you mutt? You broke my glasses! Hey, this is supposed to be the verbal, son. You can't just go round hitting people. He's new. He's mental.
The night has arrived.
Yeah, sure has.
Apparently so, yeah. Apparently so, yeah.
I have to congratulate you because the production value on this film is excellent. I mean, you've really worked hard to make it cinematic, haven't you?
Well, yeah. Well, I think.
That's you, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know.
Director.
Well, yeah. Well, you got to kind of move the camera, don't you? I think it kind of helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it's been a crazy.
No, that was a big thing when we made the film. We wanted to, we wanted to make it slightly bigger than your most average British movie. You know, we was inspired by, Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright, what they do with their British movies. And yeah, so we just wanted to give it some scale and make it epic. And make it a movie that you see on the big screen.
And I think as well that what was really great, this is not about football hooliganism, is it? It's about two guys actually having to fit in to
and it's about also standing your ground.
Standing your ground, because that is the most important thing.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
But no, it's about a young guy looking for a father. It's about an older man looking for a son, and it has some meaning behind it, as well as all the slapstick hilarity that goes on with it, you know.
And what's great as well, we get to see some familiar faces as well as the original football hooligan.
That's it, yeah, the cameos.
Yeah, there's great, there's Cass Pennant, there's Julian Dixon footballer, there's Tamer Hassan, there's Craig Fairbrass. Look, we wanted to do that. We wanted to give the fans moments throughout the movie where they go, they brought him in, they brought that geezer in. I'm having a fight with an umbrella here. But yeah, so we tried to do that, yeah.
And you've all juggled multiple roles as well yourself. You're a writer, director, actor, and you're a producer and actor in it. How have you been able to juggle that?
Well, I think when you have a good crew and a good cast around you, it's quite. I'm not going to say it's easy because it's not easy, but it's nice when you got those people around you supporting you, and it just helps. It helps a hell of a lot. So
and a really good pre-production. This boy works bloody hard, and the level of detail, it was there in prep. And it's the old saying, but you get that right, and hopefully you get the film right. So yeah.
Midnight.
The original Black Hooligan. In fact, back in the day, I think he was the only Black Hooligan. I might chop off your blood clot!
The script, what did you think when you read it?
Very good. That's the
It's
first
very
thing. As any actor, as any actor, that's exactly what you go by. Script good, you go, yeah, I love it.
And your character, you're playing Midnight. Tell us more. Why you connected with him?
We grew up together. Me, Dex, and Bullet. We all sort of grew up together. You might see clips back in the day. There's some clips that you see back in the day, some hairstyles and stuff with myself and Bullet and myself and Dex. But yeah, they all sort of grew up together as kids, being very, very little hooligans. And he actually wants to come out of it.
He does.
He actually wants to get out of it, but he finds himself being drawn more and more to it because they're his mates.
It's interesting actually because the Dex character, he's actually struggling with having to fit and finding where he actually does fit in that society.
Absolutely. And also as well, I suppose, if you got a prison for quite a long time, do you know what I mean? Things change. And that's what's happened. It's not like how it was. Yeah, fashion changes, things changes. And he's just basically trying to bring back this whole sort of, I don't know, this has-been style. But it hasn't gone away. It hasn't gone away, and we sort of revamp it, which is good.
And this is a spoof, so how does doing a spoof compare to other types of comedy?
Doing a spoof is fantastic. It's actually great doing a spoof of this genre as well. Even though the films, I've seen quite a few of the football genre films, the serious ones, and they were good, but there was a time when you just thought, oh my God, how many of these things are going to make? Then when they said they were going to do a spoof of it, I thought, yeah, if it's good, I'll do it. And it was, and it's all to do with script.
Does it help you as well because the director has also written it?
Yeah, and also as well, he's an actor. When you've got sort of people that is part of the business, it kind of makes it a lot easier for you as an actor. It makes it easier, because he knows what
Same page.
you're going through. We're all doing the same thing, and it's nice to to have that, and a lot of those guys are really professional. They were fantastic, you know.
A lasting memory from working on the film?
A lasting memory. It was very, very cold. It was very, very cold, and I've worked in some cold climates, and felt, get me out of here, please. But actually, there was something about this film which I didn't think it was. Even though it was cold, you just thought, do you know what? It's worth it, you know. And it's always good doing a British film, you know. It's always good doing a British movie and seeing it do well.
As far back as I could remember, I always wanted to be an hooligan.
Meet Danny. He wanted to be someone, wanted to be part of something.
And I want to be someone. I want to be part of something.
Okay, here's another one. Oh, mate!
The kind of phrase that comes to mind is once I thought I was out, they brought me back in.
Yes.
And here we are again.
We are again. Here we are again.
What a lot of fun this film is.
Do you know what? I've been watching the trailers and the boys rang me out, and I'm really chuffed for Nick and Jason Maza. I think they're a couple of talented kids. And they called up and they said, listen, we're doing a little bit of a spoof of some of the films you've been in. Would you come on board? I said, yeah, let's have a look at it. Of course I will. And I came in and I played something completely different to what I've ever done before and had a great time. But I've watched the trailers and I think the film's going to be great. I wish them all the success. And the trailers are hilarious, so I'm really excited to watch it.
You're actually, you're working with, without giving too much away, some of the icons of those films.
Yes.
What was it like getting everybody back together? Because it did look a lot of fun.
And I do something to Danny Dye, which I'm really happy about. Wait and see what I'll do to him in that Range Rover. So I'm quite excited about watching his head blow off. I've said it now, right? So I quite enjoyed doing that. But, mate,
it's a dirty job, but
it was a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. You know, I think there's a lot of people that would have wanted to blow Danny's head off, but I got the job. I'm sorry.
And we've got your lovely son
and
here.
we've got my son.
Yeah, right.
This is Tash Hassan. He just broke into the industry. He's just bagged his first lead in a rave movie. What's it called?
Cool. Coming up, it's a rave film set in the 90s. Hopefully start filming the end of the summer, which is good to obviously achieve my first lead. So,
and he's got a lead in my film, what I've wrote, which is set in the same vein as a business, Ibiza, 1990s, called MDMA. Yeah. And I've written him a character in it, which is the lead, and it's a wonderful character. And we start shooting that this year.
I was going to say, when are you going into?
We look like we're going September, hopefully. We're not going to take a load of actors to Ibiza while the season's flying. So we've got to get rid of all the tourists and all the clubs have got to shut down. Otherwise we won't get the film made, will we? And I'll be directing it as well.
I'm Dexter.
Of course I knew who he was. Dex and his crew were the hardest football firm in the country.
It's great being involved in this film because, obviously I've done the books and I've been behind the films. So if I didn't get in this film, they're going to rip the arse out of me. Yeah, so I had no choice. You know what I mean?
Together, they will go on a journey as old as hooliganism itself and meet the real top boys.
You do not want to be in there on your own.
All right, Dex.
Oh, hello, mate.
I'm a big fan of the genre. I've been in a lot of them, you know what I mean? So I worked with Jason on a couple of films, Get Lucky and Foot Soldier, and when I heard they were doing this, I just jumped at the chance.
And Jason's such a hard worker as well. It's great to show him a lot of support, isn't it?
He's a very talented boy, and Nick. I mean, they've worked like dogs to get the film off, and I'm really proud of them. They're the younger ones coming through, do you know what I mean? So I wish them the best of luck, I really do.
Was it nice for you to get back and see the whole gang again? And because your scenes are great, actually.
I've not seen the film, so I'm really looking forward to seeing it,
You won't be disappointed.
Oh, good. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Bullet.
Dex's right-hand man and a total nutter.
You don't know you're born, do you?
Trumpet and Weasel.
The new breed.
What'd you do?
Boris.
What, all of you?
I've grown up in North London. I've seen a lot of these sort of types. I've grown up around a lot of them, and lots of them are my good friends. Not them. I'm being a bit I'm generalising there, but yeah. So I know these characters, and I understand these characters, and I thought it seemed like a lot of fun and a fun character.
And was it a lot of fun? Did you find it?
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was good. The cast were great. We had a lot of laugh. It's a very silly film. You'll see, it's a lot of fun. It doesn't take itself seriously, and that was sort of the energy on making it.
What I liked about it as well was that they say it's the Hooligan Factory, but it's not actually about football. There's football hooliganism in it, but there's a story to it, isn't there? There's a proper arc.
I think there is a bit of an arc. Yeah, I think it's silly and it means sort of well, and it does it. It's like I think the name can sometimes give out the wrong impression. I think, and especially to people that don't know the sort of hooligan genre. But it's a lot of fun, and there is a story there, and they are on a journey, and it's sort of some other kind of reality, and but I think it's fun. It was, I like it. Yeah.
The first spoof film I've ever done, so it's kind of a joy to be a part of, really. And when I got the script, read it, and it was just one film I had to be involved in. I could have been an extra, anything, you know. I just wanted to be part of this film, The Hooligan Factory.
There's some great people in this film as well, aren't there? Even if they're just turning up in cameos.
Yeah, exactly. You got Nick Nevern, who I've known for a long time. You know, he's directing it, he's acting in it, and he's written it with Mike Lindley. There's Jason Maza, he's an actor. He's produced The Hooligan Factory. There's loads. Steve from who I used to watch when I was little in Bottom. Just seeing, you know, my little idols basically, and I'm working with them now. It's just amazing.
And when you're working on a comedy, is it actually good fun?
Really good fun. A lot of hard work, but you have to kind of not play the comedy too much, and then hopefully the comedy will come out of the writing afterwards. Just so good to be part of a comedy, first spoof ever.
And Old Bill.
Hello.
Salt of the earth, one of your own.
So not quite right about that one.
Now, there's over 4,000 Germans booked in for Europe this summer.
1, 2.
You're unbelievable.
From the guys that had absolutely nothing to do with Green Street comes the funniest movie ever made.
What is going on?
About hooligans.
It's quite funny, actually.
Yeah. Where were we? Oh, yeah.
You're unbelievable.